Do you believe that Tom Cruise, the current action icon, was once criticized for being as stiff as a board in the very first Mission Impossible movie? Yes, back in 1996, things were quite different. The special effects were, well, let's not even go there. The action was less frequent, and the acting still felt a bit forced. So, what exactly allowed this series to survive and undergo such a spectacular transformation over nearly 3 decades? Let's compare MI1 and MI7, from a seemingly impossible mission to an unstoppable blockbuster, and explore the reasons why the upcoming Part 8 is anticipated to push the limits even further. Looking back at the 1996 original, you'll find a very different Mission Impossible. One that's slower paced, features less action, and feels rather dated by today's standards. Tom Cruise was just 34 years old back then, sporting flowing locks and a youthful face. However, what often puzzled viewers was his on-screen demeanor. He seemed to maintain a remarkably consistent expression throughout the entire film. The action sequences were infrequent, primarily focusing on stealth and classic spy thriller suspense, a far cry from the later 1,000-meter leaps and explosive mayhem we've come to expect. And let's not forget the CGI of the 1990s. You know how it was. Sometimes it can elicit a chuckle from modern audiences. Some scenes have even been labeled as obviously fake in recent critiques. But it's crucial to remember, this was the movie that launched a franchise spanning nearly 3 decades. It was from this very first installment that the Mission Impossible series had the chance to experiment, perhaps stumble a bit, and ultimately rise to become the box office legend it is today. Fast forward to Mission Impossible 7, and it feels like you've stepped into an entirely different cinematic universe. Everything has been upgraded to an incredibly satisfying degree, from the breathtaking settings and pulse-pounding action to the immersive sound design and stunning visuals. Right from the opening moments, the film instantly draws viewers into spectacular scenes that unfold across continents. You're whisked away to majestic locations like the treacherous mountains of Norway, the very spot where Tom Cruise executed his now iconic, seemingly suicidal cliff jump, to the ancient cobblestone streets of Rome, or the sun-drenched desert of Abu Dhabi, complete with heart-stopping chase sequences. Beyond the visual feast, Part 7 has also garnered significant critical acclaim. On Rotten Tomatoes, it boasts a remarkably fresh score, while IMDb and Metacritic have both awarded it exceptionally high ratings. Critics have even hailed it as a symphony of modern action, a cinematic experience where every single frame is meticulously crafted with incredible attention to detail. And let's not overlook the fact that the film shattered box office records in numerous countries during its opening week, undeniably demonstrating the enduring and irresistible appeal of the MI franchise. One of the standout adrenaline-pumping action sequences in Part 7 is undoubtedly the motorcycle chase through the ancient cobblestone streets of Rome. Tom Cruise, this time far from stiff and absolutely on fire, personally performed the vast majority of the driving stunts without relying on a stunt double. Just imagine navigating a scooter with one hand, the other arm wrapped around his co-star, all while dodging oncoming cars, evading snipers, and even tackling a flight of stairs. This scene wasn't just nail-bitingly tense, it was also infused with a healthy dose of humor, prompting spontaneous applause throughout the cinema. It's more than just a chase. It's a perfectly orchestrated blend of controlled chaos and sheer brilliance. A prime example of why Mission Impossible continues to be considered the gold standard of Hollywood action. The fight sequence aboard the speeding train in Part 7 stands out as one of the most nail-bitingly intense action set pieces in the entire franchise. With the train hurtling along the tracks and carriages progressively plummeting into the abyss, Tom Cruise's Ethan Hunt is caught in a desperate race against time, battling adversaries while simultaneously trying to save innocent lives. It's a sequence that's utterly suspenseful, breathtaking, and undeniably cinematic. What's truly remarkable is that the vast majority of this scene was filmed practically, relying minimally on CGI. This means Tom Cruise and the entire production team actually went to the extraordinary lengths of building a real train to capture the footage, truly embodying the spirit of Mission Impossible doesn't do fake. This meticulous investment in authenticity keeps the audience completely riveted and once again solidifies the unparalleled status of this action film series.